Hey there, folks. Good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Welcome back to the channel. Today, as you can see, I'm going to do one giant video. By the time it's uploaded, it's going to be a long video. And I'm doing this video thinking today I don't want to do so many videos, just the one video for a few reasons. This video is going to be about top 20 designer fragrances of as per 2024, how I feel. My taste changes. Even this year, earlier, I did this list. So as we entered November, the year is ending 2024. So I am not very sure they're going to release something really, really awesome that's going to, break all the shackles and, they will make the list or cut. Perhaps they can, but let's put top 20 designer list as per my recommendation. So obviously few things, there are tons of fragrance out there. Okay, each company has many good releases, so I try to pick one per designer house. If I made mistake, if I picked more than one, I am sorry about that, but my instinct, wherever my eyes went and I felt these are going to make the list today, that's what made. So this is truly my list. Okay, you can feel totally different. You may not even make single fragrance from here as your top. Okay, and some niche perfumes, Middle Eastern fragrance is not gonna make it. And I also did not include Tom Ford because I feel the prices are more towards niche pricing, even though they're designer. So a few things already out of the way, and this is my choice. Next year it may be different. Okay, a lot of great fragrances there, like Narciso Rodriguez for him, EDT, EDP, Paco Rabanne Purom, Kuros, all my favorite fragrances. But today I'm putting what I actually wear nowadays, what is relevant to me, and they are still being used by me. Okay, so what did not make the list? One honorable mention I want to show you is this one of the greatest fragrance of all time, Terre d'Hermes. Okay, this one people know it's a solid, strong perfumer, orange, vetiver, iso super, kind of like that mix. And this is very posh fragrance, like Hermes has pride. And they do have different variations, but to me, in the end, I think the best value fragrance like from this line is this one. But I'm not reaching for it that much, so I did not put it in the list, but it's still a great one. Okay, and the other one I did not put is my signature scent from House of Dior. And this is always unfair when I put some of these are my signature scents, but this is just way beyond signature scent. This is pure emotion in a bottle. Dior Intense. This is my 2016 purchase. I made this fragrance reviewed like so many times. Back in the days, it used to pop up in all my videos. I went Genting Highlands with it, stuff like that. A lot of memories. I just kept this much juice from the older formulation of 2015 or 16 for self. So yeah, that did not make the cut today. Let's see what made. The last one before I start, sorry, about third minute. These are not by any ranking. Okay, let's go one by one. And if you see top 20, you understand they had to be that good to make the list in my world. GIvenchy Pi. Check out my review why this is here. This is one of the most gorgeous, unique looking bottles of house from the house of Givenchy. And I think Givenchy has quite a few fragrances which are good, but perhaps this one is the most unique one. This year, this winter, I want to wear it. And I would say if you never tried it, give it a try. It has this boozy, vanilla, burnt sugar note, which is very distinctive. Most of these fragrances are not run in the mill except one or two, but they are personal choices. But Givenchy Pi definitely makes the list. Okay, let me just do a final count. I'm not sure 100% sure if I put 20. Hold on. Yeah, I had to make sure because in the end of the video, if I turn out with like 19 or 18, it will be embarrassing. Number 2. Yeah, this is one of my other signature scents, Hugo Boss bottle. Enough said about this. I explained it enough. The beautiful, the apple, golden apple smell with the cinnamon. It's perfect. Enough spices, sweet, kind of like floral as well. Comparable to YSL Lum and Tommy by Tommy, but this is, to me, in my world, is very special. So Boss bottle always makes the list. There's just no need for explanation. Number 3, I'm going to go with Kenzo Homme EDP. Okay, I did review quite a few of them: EDT, EDT Intense, the Marine, and this one. End of the day, I think all of them are great. They are somewhat, people compare them with Ganymede. I can see that comparison, but these are on their own great fragrances. If you like Bleu de Chanel, did not include that today, right? Bleu de Chanel is right there. And this is a more modern day Bleu de Chanel with Ganymede, very upgraded kind of fragrance. Okay, so strong. This fragrance definitely make the cut in the list. Kenzo Homme EDP. I need to get a backup bottle of this. Do they make 200 ml of that? I don't know, right? So yeah, my room is kind of messy at the back, Sorry about that. But anyway, let's carry on with the list. Next is Dior Fahrenheit. Since I did not feature Dior Homme Intense, let's go with Fahrenheit. I'm on the safer side with this because Dior Fahrenheit is a classic. I'll be honest. What did I put so strong, man? When I sniffed that Kenzo, man. And this one is the Violet Leaf. This is my 2000, perhaps 12 or 11 bottle. Not the vintage, but still old. This is very long lasting. It has leather. It has violet leaves. It has perhaps some, I don't know, the gasoline. So you get maybe vetiver as well. Perhaps this one is not relevant today. Like many people who say, oh, this is not from this era, it's okay. But most of these are like tested, right? They stood the test of time. And Fahrenheit is such a modern DNS still. If it was released today, most of the reviewers would say that it will still be a top seller. Dior's Fahrenheit is a must-have. Next one is going to be a fragrance from House of Paco Rabanne, the most hated house, obviously. There are lots, okay, lots and lots. Sorry. I was thinking like 1 million line. Then I thought like Black Excess. So then, you know, Paco Rabanne what has Phantom as well. So they did not make the cut. But I thought Invictus, Victory, Elixir is my most favorite one from the line. I always say how much I love it. This is kind of like a sweet, you can say almost gourmand, fruity. I almost get a feel of mango / coconut, something creamy, very, very sweet and very lovable and very long lasting fragrance. So I would say this one definitely cuts. Why I say keep says cuts, make the cut. Okay, so Victory Elixir by Paco Rabanne. Let's put it up a little bit. Yeah. So yeah, better. Okay. So now let's go from this side. One of the greatest fragrances ever. And I think literally in my world, this is the best Chanel I used. And I think Chanel has the whole Allure line. Love that Allure line. Many times they made the list Edition Blanche, Original Allure. Sometimes maybe, you know, Anthias did not make. Maybe some of the other Chanel like Allure Sport, you know, Cologne. But today I'm going to show you the greatest of them all is this is Platinum Egoiste. To some people, the Egoiste is the GOAT. For me, Platinum Egoiste, when I started my journey, obviously I did not have a vintage. I had the square bottle. But this is the most masculine, for me, one of the most masculine, like spicy. It has metallic tones. It has florals. It has some citruses or something in it. It just the rosemary cake. Yeah, it's just so stunning. This is one of the most dynamic fragrances ever. This and Tom Ford Noir Anthracite. Try them both. Just give me a second. I think something bothering me. I think some sort of like I'm developing some sort of flu or cold due to the season change. It's very hot still. Winter hasn't started. So anyway, Platinum Egoiste definitely makes the cut. And yes, I said right this time. If you can get this version, which is going to be very difficult, but this is on a different level. Okay, Platinum Egoiste. So let's go. Another fragrance that many people would not agree with me. They would say you cut down Terre d'Hermès, but you did not cut down this. Why? I would say personal choices. Okay, I love this so much more than Terre d'Hermès, and I think this is one of the best fragrance from House of Alfred Dunhill, which is Dunhill's Icon. Okay, this fragrance is getting a little bit more expensive. Previously you could get this under $40, under $40 sometimes. If I buy a set, I could get like this plus a small miniature of 20 ml within like 45 bucks. Now this thing cost about $60 within 55 to 60. So this is Bangladesh price. I don't know, in foreign countries may be different, but Dunhill's Icon is a must have for me if you're a collector. Not speaking so much, understand the sentiments. Next one is another odd one. This is what makes the list interesting. I'll write down all the names. This is SF Uomo, Salvatore Ferragamo Uomo. Salvatore Ferragamo, great house, underrated house. Apart from guys like Mark or the OG reviewers, no one would mention this, you know, because this fragrance may be Jeremy. Okay, this weird how Jeremy and Mark could be in the same discussion, but yeah, Jeremy would talk about this because how much it's hyped, how much it's sweet and all. But Mark would say how nicely done, you know, gourmand fragrance. This is like a tiramisu sweetness and very long lasting. I would say instead of Valentino Uomo Intense or fragrances like those which cost a lot of money, get this. Okay, they do the same thing Valentino does, and this does the same thing, lasts the same time, but 1/3 of the price. Salvatore Ferragamo Uomo if you like coffee and tiramisu. Next one is a masterpiece. This is Universal Truth. This is Prada Amber Purum. Just sadly, this has been called off or something, and they have made a new formulation which does not smell the same apparently, or Parfum. This is the best soapy fragrance ever. And since the beginning of my journey, this thing had a huge impact. uh, just just fell in love with Prada Amber Purum. This is just what as it is, it is what it is, right? So it is a 10 in every way. You need to smell luxury, smell this. And if you want to go next best thing, Prada L'Homme Intense, like second best, but great. And Prada Luna Rosa Extreme, these three are my favorite from this line. So when I see this list, they are just so funny. Like, you see any of these, like apart from couple or three or four, rest of them, they are just like very popular. So I guess, yeah. Next one, get this fragrance because it's getting pricey, very pricey. Jean Paul Gaultier. This is my pick from the house today. Jean Paul Gaultier has a lot of Lamal flankers. Maybe you'd say Ultra Male, you'd say that Elixir could have made the list, or what was the other one? The new Le Beau Parfum or Paradise Garden, lots out there, right? I haven't smelled the Paradise Garden yet. People say that's good, but this is the most complete one. This is better than Elixir. Elixir is just so much sweet. It's very sweet, forward, like a straightforward sweetness is just obvious. This thing is sweet, but also got, I think, cardamom, pear, iris, everything. Every single star join this party. Okay, this is the big boy, modern day Lamal. If you can get also, I'll say Lamal Essence de Parfum. I also have that somewhere there from 2016. Get that. That one is also beautiful. Next one, masterpiece after masterpiece, Cartier, Declaration d'un Soir. So this one, I try to sound fancy, but I know I just say something very funny. Like French people hear me say these names, they'll laugh. They'll say, brown guy is trying to speak French in his own way. But it's like sometimes foreign languages sound very exotic. Italian, uh, Dominique de Coco, if you've seen that movie. Or when they say like what the what, so Robert De Niro comes to mind. But Declaration de Soir, absolute phenomenal fragrance, man. Sadly discontinued. I like this one. I mean, I love this one. I like the Intense, like Declaration de Soir Intense, the black bottle, or Extreme, forgot. This is the one. Sandalwood, pink pepper, rose. Rose has never been my favorite note, apart from this and Frederic Malle, Portrait of a Lady. These two are stunning masterpieces. If you love rose, get this. This is one of the best fragrances man ever made. Next one, my list, my rules. I'm not even looking at the camera. Like, people will like, seriously, once again, like Boss Bottle and this won't make the cut. I will not try to say that again. This kind of fragrance will not perhaps make anybody's list, especially if you're young. This is something maybe your dad wore or your uncles wore, elder brothers wore. Polo Blue is fragrance I sort of grew up with in teenage, like 17, 18. I used to smell this everywhere. And I think one of my first fragrances was this. I really fell in love with it, especially for the freshie. I love the color blue. I love Versace Purum, Menu Fresh, all great fragrances, but Polo Blue is the blue fragrance for me. It beats Sauvage, it beats Dylan Blue, anything, okay? Perhaps Dylan Blue could have been in this list if it was fair, but Polo Blue is in my top 20 list of all time. Next, massive bottle, very heavy. I hope I don't drop it. It's very expensive. The One EDP. I do always say the EDT is my favorite, and I wear that the most in the summer. But something, like sometimes you feel, oh, today I feel this way, right? I picked up the One EDP. This is the DNA is all the same. EDT, EDP, both the same. They have a Baroque edition, a lot of other editions, but Mysterious Night, Dolce & Gabbana, what you call the Royal Nights, a lot of these new nights. Then this other one, the blue one, forgot the name anyway. So, which had a date note, and that was also great. I sold it off. Yep. I don't have a lot of this great fragrance anymore with me. So the One EDP basically is just here for the smell. This performance is very, very, very disappointing. Even though sometimes in winter you can get decent 4 hours to 5 pushing, but it never actually went out, right? It did not reach people. Like, people go past you from far, they don't smell you. Okay, you can only smell this when you come near people, or you give them a hug, or hey bro, what's up, like a handshake. Or in the office, yeah, sometimes they can smell it, especially if the neck area, if you have it, personal time, you know what I mean. So Cozy times. Let's just keep it that way. This is one of the best fragrance ever. If you want to cuddle, close encounter scent, one of the best ever. Dolce & Gabbana, the One EDP. And mind you, one other thing, I did not have anything from Mugler today because all my Muglers in my other house. If it was up to me, I would put Pure Heaven in here instead of this perhaps. Okay, but this and Dior Intense, very similar type, sweet, sexy, but DHI projects, the one doesn't. Okay, so next ones. Let's do some odd ones again. Boucheron Jaipur EDP. Okay, EDT is amazing, spicy, citrus, like vanilla, oriental. This perfume is just one of the best masterpiece ever. Like, if you talk about masculinity, maybe you will not reach for it every day. You'll reach for it like a personal, like a wedding day, or if you're going to a function, or if it's an anniversary or someone's birthday, then you will reach for it. But the day you wear it, you're gonna feel like a king. This has a lot of history. The bottle is made like one of the temples in Jaipur. This is a homage from the house of Boucheron. They make, just like Cartier and Bvlgari, they make even Van Cleef & Arpels, they make watches, jewelry. They also make these. But this is one of their masterpiece. You can get the EDT, more projection. This is more performance. Jaipur by Boucheron EDP. Need to get a backup bottle of that. So, and the one, it's a goner. It's like, I cannot believe they discontinued this, and the new line, I don't know how they are, but this is Dsquared Rocky Mountain Wood HeWood. Okay, or HeWood Rocky Mountain Wood. Take a look at the bottle and tell me there's another fragrance in the market that looks like this. If you have ever seen anything more creative than this, do let me know. If a niche house makes a fragrance, they would look like this. This is pure wood. Okay, outer body. Inside is glass, and the atomizer is at the side. And take a look at the atomizer size. It's just a dwarfy one, right? So this is basically one of the best woody, spicy, like maybe there's cypress or something in there, like a little bit green. So this one feels like being, on the mountains, rock climbing in the colder days or something. You're riding horses and stuff. This is the fragrance, okay? One of the best woody smells ever. Okay, if you like woody fragrances, get this or Oud Essence by, is it Oud Essence? Davidoff Oud Blend. That's also good. A lot of other great fragrances, but I think this one is in my list. Dsquared HeWood, Rocky Mountain Wood. So you haven't seen anything Versace just yet. Let's show a Versace. Versace's Oud Noir. Today there was a battle between three. This, like among three, not between. This one, Versace Man, the purple one, and Versace's The Dreamer. The rest of them I did not consider. Eros, Eau Fresh, VPH, did not consider even other ones. Why I considered this? Because now this is getting very pricey, and one time it will be totally rare. You will not find this anymore. So Versace Oud Noir is the designer version of Oud Wood by Tom Ford, Creed's Royal Oud, and some of the other great oud-based perfumes. When you smell this, when I smell this, I feel luxury. Okay, I feel this one and Boss Bottle Oud, both are the league of their own, but this one lasts longer. Beautiful citrus, woody, and it's not oud. It is like a spicy woody, just like Creed's Royal Oud. So I say, if you can afford Creed's Royal Oud, get Versace Oud Noir. It is worth that $100 mark that you're paying now. Okay, I have the next one. I'm going to show it last, okay, because this is the new one among all the old entries. Next one is Bvlgari Man In Black. You guys know tuberose, the tobacco, pepper. What else is in there? Tuberose, pepper, rum. This is easily one of the most masculine fragrances ever. It's just like, it's just so obvious, men like this, women like this on men. Date, night out, signature scent word, the amazing sillage, potency. This is the fragrance, okay? Colder months, I prefer this over Spice Bomb most of the time. Spice Bomb is also nice, but Man In Black is that, this is a special edition, by the way. You can get the real, like original Man In Black. I think that will also be the same, but these are a little bit more oomph to it, and special bottle. Next one, let's show La Nuit de l'Homme. Let's make other people happy. People who love La Nuit de l'Homme, get the oldest batch possible, okay? Like nowadays, if you can get something like 17 is very difficult. If you can get 18, 19, 20, like 4 years old, La Nuit de l'Homme will get a little bit juice color, darker like this. Darker, I mean, older they get darker. La Nuit de l'Homme is again like Dolce & Gabbana. Some people say 2009 versions of La Nuit de l'Homme, like the older batches, they last like a lot more. And the all electric, blue electric is also good, but somewhat in the end of the day, I decide La Nuit is the GOAT, right? So try to get an old one. If you're gonna get a new one, try to spray twice and keep it in your shelf for 1 to 2 years. Still, I mean, you can layer it with some other fragrances like ISO Super, but even though it doesn't last, on the sexiest cardamom and bergamot, and then chocolate and lavender sort of a mix, I think. Okay, so yeah, next one, super rare now, super rare and super expensive. It's reaching the price point of almost $100 per 100 ml. The one of the shops here, they were selling 30 ml, and they're still selling it, 30 ml little bottle for $30. Okay, and definitely catching a cold. Sorry. So CK Reveal is just like Dunhill's Icon, Prada Amber, or if you say Polo Blue, this is my personal sentiment. You have to give it a try. If you ever like ultra male sort of sweetness and something sweet or boozy, I would say I even preferred this over CH Man Preview. I think smelling the perfumes making me a little bit allergic. I have to make some tea. So CK Reveal may not be to your taste. It got agave, it got some weird sweetness like brandy, right? But you haven't smelled anything like this in any other designer or niche perfumes. I can assure you that. Very sweet. If you like sweet, try CK Reveal. So the last one, is it numero uno? No, it's just all of them are great. But this one fragrance, this whole year, I've been buying a lot of fragrances, liking them. I thought of putting Moschino's, Toy Boy. Maybe that could have made the cut. But no, I think this is the best designer fragrance from modern times. And it is my discovery thanks to Max 40 and some of the other reviewers who talked about it. If you never smelled it, try to get this fragrance. I want to try some more. I just did this one, an eclat version. You guys can tell already what this is going to be. This is Brioni EDP Intense. That good. Yes, sometimes can be a little bit spotty in longevity. I can tell you, like some people said, it is not the longest lasting like some PDMs are. But when you smell this, it's just that apple is just presents itself to you, like right here. Smell me. Like some people, to them I told, this is more niche version of Boss bottled fragrance like Leighton. It's not the same. Okay, it's not a DNA of that, but it is in the same fruitiness, some spices, some mystery. Maybe there is a fair bit of spices in there, maybe woody. It's just mysterious. It's sometimes I feel like if there was a drink like this, like JD Shivas, I would actually prefer this, something smelling like this. Like, I would tell you one other thing. Belgian, man, there was a rosé, what's that beautiful red beer, fruity beer, rosé, I think. You guys know Belgian, like my friend from Belgium, Steven, fragrance with Steven, he can tell, but Hogarden Rosé. I love the way that smells. If there's a perfume, I would wear that. But Brioni EDP Intense was a brilliant scent profile, brilliant. I sometimes think like Dior Intense, if it was not existing in my world, this would be, it actually still could be, right? On the modern masterpieces, Brioni EDP Intense. So there you go. Top 20, I hope I covered all 20. I'm sorry about my throat situation a little bit. I need to get some medication and tea and some honey, but hopefully enjoy this and try these fragrances. Okay, if some of these you never seen before, hunt them down. You hunt down a lot of vintage batches, discontinued niche gems. Why not some designers? Maybe in next couple of days I will do also a Middle Eastern, and niche I don't have enough, but maybe with someone, a collab or something. But I will definitely do a Middle Eastern top 20 list of all time. Have a nice day. Thanks for watching. Love you all and take care. Good night from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Bye bye.